DIY World Builder, an immersive level editing system. Team members include Jia Wang, Owen Leach, and Rob Lindeman. This project presents an immersive system for building virtual worlds from within the worlds themselves. The system incorporates solutions for editing and texturing terrain, adding foliage, water, structures and text, adding and controlling lights, including the time of day, and texturing objects in the scene. In a tracked, head-mounted display environment, the user controls movement using a hybrid solution combining real walking and pointing-directed flying. Directional travel feedback is provided through a series of 16 fans spread throughout the cage. The user selects and manipulates objects using a hybrid wand and forearm-mounted interaction tablet interface. Here, we can see a user altering the terrain. Using a Wiimote with 3D positional tracking, the user can alter the virtual world with the touch of a button. This interaction technique can be used in a variety of ways. Here, we see the user utilizing his forearm tablet to select the grass adding option. Once again, he can use his Wiimote as a brush to place the grass wherever he likes. The same can be done for placing trees. With the terrain looking how we want it, it's time to add some water. Once again, the user refers back to his forearm to select the water option. He then proceeds to place it with his Wiimote and alters the height accordingly. Note how the status symbol in the bottom right corner of the user's display changes to reflect the new mode. Our island is almost complete. Our last step is to alter the texture of the riverbed. Just like painting grass, the user selects the texture they like and paints it onto the terrain. Here, the user wants to do some fine-tuning work. The system tracks the user's 3D position so that when the user walks around the cage, so too does their virtual presence. Indication of proximity to the boundary of the tracked space is provided using a vibro-tactile belt with 8 tactors arrayed around the waist. In addition, floor-based passive feedback provides a change in footstep sounds from hard to soft surfaces. With the terrain complete, we now look to adding 3D models. By selecting the 3D Model Option tab on the tablet, the user is exposed to a library of 3D models. This seems like an appropriate place for a house. Now that the house is placed, the user can rotate, translate, and scale the model to fit however they like. And what home is complete without its very own doghouse? Each of the 3D model's textures are also editable. First, the user selects the preferred texture from the tablet-based library. Then, using the Wiimote, the user selects the face of the object they would like to change. Finally, using the plus and minus buttons on the Wiimote, the user can select the appropriate texture tiling for their structure. Lighting of the 3D world can also be done through this system. Using the lighting menu, the user can place lights within the 3D world. Here, we can see a spotlight being added. The cone represents the view of the light. On the tablet, the user has a 2-tiered display. They have the world view of the light as well as a first-person view from the perspective of the light itself. This makes for extremely precise light placement. World lighting can also be changed. Here, we see the user flipping through a variety of preset lighting options. Note how the skybox texture changes as well. For a more fine-tuned lighting approach, the user can set the position of the sun manually. Using a 2-finger rotating motion, they can rotate the sun around the virtual world. With the lighting complete, we can now move on to adding a sign to our house. Using the Add Text option, the user can type in a custom message and attach it to any surface they like. The text is customizable as the font, size, and color can all be changed. The last feature of this virtual system is the teleporting option. For rapid navigation, the user can place worldlets throughout the virtual world. These worldlets allow the user to save a 3D position and view for later travel. Here, we can see the user placing some worldlets. The cones represent the view of the user upon traveling. At any time, with the simple click on the tablet, the user can teleport to that exact location. With our virtual vacation home complete, we can now move on to even more advanced environments. We hope you have enjoyed DIY World Builder and wish you all the best for the rest of the conference.